Hello my loves. We have got the new moon and solar eclipse coming up on the 29th, which is really big, powerful energy we do not want to miss. So I'm just going to try and simplify and explain how we can work with these energies. So let's begin with the eclipse. So we're in eclipse season. On the 14th of March we had the lunar eclipse, which is all about shedding, about letting go, about purging. It's about the death. Like the death of all the stuff that no longer serves us. And this eclipse window is pretty much about how can we let go of all the stuff that's holding us back from fulfilling our soul purpose, like the reason that we came here on earth. And then when it comes to the new moon on the 29th, that is like the rebirth. It's the new beginnings, and new moons are always about new beginnings. But this kind of period in the middle has been a little bit like we're a big caterpillar that's munching away on leaves, and we're like, oh hey, I'm ready now to transform into a butterfly. So we create our chrysalis, and then you know how butterflies in their or caterpillars in that transition phase, they turn into goop, like they turn into like mush, and there's no particular form. So this is where we've been in this goop. And I know that whilst I've been in this goop, it's been a little bit tricky, and I've had to stay really present with it. And as with all full moons, it's about recognizing what no longer serves us and allowing those things to fall away as we go through the waning moon. But this is a little bit like shedding and letting go on fucking steroids. Okay, so I don't know how you have fared in this time. I found it a little bit turbulent personally, to say the least. But anyway, we're nearly at the end of this phase, so we're beginning to reform. And then when it comes to the new moon and the solar eclipse on the 29th, that's like when we break out of the chrysalis and we become the butterfly. And this is where we have a choice. What does that butterfly us look like? It's really fucking exciting. Okay, so where should we begin? So this new moon is also in the sign of Aries. So it's like new beginnings on steroids. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. We have got such huge potential for making these changes. Eclipses are always about changes. So it's really exciting. Now the Aries energy is fiery. It's the ram energy. It's the moving forwards, being big and brave and bold, and kind of butting all that shit out of the way that stops us from moving forwards. So it's important to really lean into that drive, that desire, that assertiveness, that kind of ability to move forwards. But we also need a blend of the feminine as well, because we need to know where we're going. We need to know what our direction is. And the way that we can do this is to really go within. So on a new moon, we always take that time, that pause to go within. Like, what am I meant to do? What do I want to do in this next lunar cycle and moving forwards? Now, this period is all about our soul alignment. Like, what am I meant to do in this life? Why did my soul come down to this earth? What potential do I have? And so it's really important to lean into that. I'm going to talk about some ways you can do that at the end. So how can I really trust my deep feminine intuition about what am I meant to do? How can I move forwards doing the things that feel in alignment for me and the things that light me up and bring me joy? So sometimes when we feel into what's my soul alignment, like what am I meant to do? Sometimes we haven't got a fucking clue. Sometimes we have a really clear idea of what we want. So this is an opportunity for us to do a little bit of a deep dive into what lights me up, what brings me joy, what raises my energetic vibration, what do I want to share with the world. And a key thing here for us is to let go of the shoulds. Now, I'm a big believer in letting go of the shoulds. I've let go of a fuckload of shoulds over this last couple of years, and it's so empowering. Okay, so there's I should be doing this in my career. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. But sometimes that's not in alignment with what we want. And stepping out of that can be a bit scary. In fact, it can be really scary. But when we do, and we are in alignment, like, our life is so much more fulfilling. We would have more joy. So sometimes there's so much fear there, but this is a great opportunity to kind of push through that fear. So sometimes our soul comes to earth for a reason. Always our soul comes to earth for a reason, but sometimes it is to be a teacher. Sometimes it is to be a companion for somebody else on their soul journey, or to care for somebody else on their soul journey. Sometimes it is to heal some big karmic wounds. Sometimes it's to share beauty and share your art or your science with the world. And sometimes, maybe because we've had some really difficult past lives, we come to Earth for a soul holiday, just for the enjoyment of being human. So you can feel into maybe what is that for you? But the most important thing is to connect with what lights you up, what brings you joy, what gets you really excited, what gets you out of bed in the morning. So say, for example, you're somebody who is, I don't know, doing a job in the public or civil service, and you're going through the motions. I'm talking from my own experience here, going through the motions, but actually you want to, I don't know, go and rescue dogs that are having a really shit time and set up a dog's home. Like, if you've got that yearning, that pull, that desire, you know, that's following your soul alignment, because otherwise we wouldn't be feeling those pulls and those desires. So that's just a random example, but can you really feel into what that could be for you? And it doesn't have to be about career. It can be about a way of being. It can be about the things that you need to share with the world. So just feel into that. So when it comes to the new moon, like, what is it that's going to make the difference? How can we work with it? Now, I always like to do a little bit of inner work, going within. One of the things I would recommend doing is, we might have lots of ideas in our head. You know, we might sit there taking a pause, as we always do at the new moon, and going, oh, I have this great idea. I'm going to bring it down from my mind and I'm going to put it down on paper. Now, journaling, writing things down, it's a really powerful way of bringing our dreams into this reality. And I can tell you, it's really effective. So if you want a new job, a new home, a new relationship, write it down and be as specific as you can be. Like, literally every tiny detail, because that's what's going to bring that to you. And it's really, really powerful. If you're not sure, have you ever tried automatic writing, where you just have that quiet moment? Maybe you light a candle, maybe you do a little bit of breathing, and then just put your pen on the paper and see what happens, see what you end up writing. I would also recommend, if you have a meditation practice, or even if you don't, just sitting really quietly and asking the question, like, what am I meant to do next? What's my soul journey? What's my soul path? And see what comes to you. If you have a shamanic practice, go on a journey. Like, maybe do a spirit council. If you don't know what spirit council is, reach out and I can share. And ask the universe, like, what am I meant to do? See if you can get some guidance there. And then my third suggestion to you, my invitation, is to really feel into, once you've got an idea of what that might be, do a little bit of manifesting, do some candle magic or something similar. Now, this is a really, really, really powerful opportunity to do this. If there is one moon in the whole entire year you pay attention to, this one is the one for you, okay? So, when we can visualize and feel into what that future could be like for us, and then bring it into our heart, that really makes a difference. So let me give an example. Okay, so you know that you want to be more happy, more joyful. Perhaps you want a new job, okay, or perhaps you want a new relationship, and you look into the future and you see what that might be for you. And as you look into your future with you there, you feel into what's around you, who's with you, what can you see, what can you smell, what can you touch, what can you taste, can you hear. I don't know if I missed another sense there, but anyway, all of your senses. And then notice how you feel in that future. And this is the key part here. How do I feel when I'm there? How do I feel? Do I feel in love? Do I feel excited? Do I feel joyful? Do I feel proud of myself? Do I feel alive? Whatever those feelings are. Now, the really cool thing here is that our brain doesn't know what's real and it doesn't know what's imagined. So when we experience imagining those things, our body responds energetically to that. So what we can do is we can imagine that thought that we're having in our mind of seeing our future self as if it was the present moment, we can bring that into our heart space. And when we do this, I love to give it a color. So if you could give that future image of yourself a color, what would it be? Like, would it be sunshine yellow? Would it be blue? Would it be purple? Would it be green? Whatever that might be. And imagine that you can feel and see that image in your heart space. So you in the future being so happy, so joyful, so excited, whatever that might be. light it up. So bring in the joy, the happiness, whatever. And then if you close your eyes and then beam it outwards, beam it out like you're beaming out a huge sunshine, because what you give out, you get back. With the law of attraction, what you give out, you get back. So if you're beaming out this beautiful green color, whatever that means to you, and maybe that's like love and joy and abundance, that's what's going to come back to you. That's what's going to come back to you. The other thing you can do whilst you're doing this is I use intention candles. So this is a little spell candle, intention candle, that I make myself. I make these out of beeswax. And I love to hold the candle next to my heart and infuse it with that energy as I'm doing this practice. And then I light the candle. And the intention is that as I light the candle, as the candle burns down, I'm lighting the spark of my intention. As the candle burns down and it snuffs out, it sends out a message to the universe. So be it, so mote it be. It's done. And then we let it go. And we be really open over this next few weeks to whatever comes our way. You know, we've put this intention out to the universe. So how can we set things in motion? How can we embody this Aries energy, this assertiveness, this I guess the masculine, and also to kind of, I don't know, break through any barriers that might be holding us back and standing in our way. It's exciting times, and I wish you wholeheartedly all the best. I'm currently in Texas. So hence, like, maybe you could see the police sirens behind me. I'm in Austin at the moment, and I've been helping run a firewalk instructor training course over here. I'm then actually for the eclipse. So you're going to see it at between 10 and 12 on Saturday morning if you have clear skies. I'm actually going to be on Maui, and I think I see it at dawn. So yeah, wherever you are, take the opportunity. Get those dark glasses things. Obviously, make sure you protect your eyes. And see if you can see the moon passing in front of the sun. It's just a partial eclipse, but you know, it's really, really exciting. So wishing you so much love, wishing you so much joy in your futures, and yeah, wishing you the fucking best of lives.